This one guy just wrote a he's writing a book and he's marketing. His name's Matt Sullivan, where he's talking about like the revelations made about the Nets, and I thought it was funny because like there are a lot of things about it. Like the main thing I got from it, they said Kevin Durant be smoking weed all the time, and it's funny because now if you make sense of it, like his Twitter things when he be going back and forth with people on Twitter, it's like, oh, dude, just like laying back high as hell, just replying to people. That's what he's doing.
Who?
It's Kevin Durant. They say he's high all the time, but off weed, of course. But the shit I thought was funny was because he talked about like Kyrie Irving a bit, and he said the thing where it's like, no, like Kyrie Irving's good. He just has a weird time articulating himself. But like there was a little kid on the West Coast who's sick, who was really sick, and Kyrie found out that he was a huge Kyrie fan. So Kyrie just bought his family a house. You know what I'm saying? Just he doesn't want like recognition for it. 'Cause he says no, I'm doing it kind of my heart. And he says like, yeah, like I want to put that out there because that's who Kyrie is. He's just a weird like, he just like, as a character he just like does weird shit. So but no, they were he was talking shit about how like they would in the bubble last year. He said KD could have played, but what the Nets did, they took that as a way just to scout and see, okay, who do we keep, who do we get rid of. So they talked about that, and then they talked about how they pretty much run a team. Like Kyrie and KD run a team. Like they getting people like they got the coach they want. I don't want him on the team. Trade him. Do that. Do that. And when I heard that, I was like, bro, there are legit people who call whatever LeBron's team is. They call him the GM because you know damn well LeBron's making the moves. Like that's not news. The
Yeah.
superstars always control the team, and I just thought it was crazy. It was like that just shows you how people like. Do y'all just hate certain players because it's like, bro, like they legitimately call him LeGM, like LEGM. You see people do that, or when Kawhi Leonard was picking between the Raptors and the Clippers, the Raptors said Kawhi Leonard wanted a private jet, and they were like, nah. What do you think the Clippers gave him or promised him for him to go there?
A private jet.
You know, like so the shit that they were saying, I was like, I don't think people will be surprised about the stuff he has in the book. I think they may laugh at some things, but I think you have to be really naive to think that in a salary cap sport where LeBron James is priceless, he should get paid more than the max. Everyone knows this. You know damn well they're making them under the table promises that, or you letting them get away with some things that you're not gonna let everyone else get away with. That's how you lure them to the team. So I just thought it was crazy seeing like, it's like they were like, oh, do you think people would be shocked? Like, oh, how do you think they'll react? It's like that's what the NBA is now.
Yeah.
If
player
you
run organization.
think about like I know like Miami loved him, man, but think about when D Wade left Miami and went to Chicago. It was over a few $1,000,000, and you know they were saying like, oh, it's over the principal. It's like no, I bet you Dwayne Wade wanted something. Like no, I want partial ownership of the team. They were like nah, and that's when he's like nah. Cause you really think he cared that much about $2 million? Like he's at the last leg of his career, just like you know, it's like come on now. Like these guys, they want things. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit. But it's just like I don't get why people are so naive to think that the NBA is just this sacred thing where it's like, yo, come on now.
Well, when you said that Homestead and Kyrie have a hard time articulating shit, who else who else had a hard time articulating shit? And I mean, we still think the nigga crazy now.
We're not. It's not. I'm not like because that comes just for those. We're not calling him like not smart. We're just saying like just how he explains things. It's like
but
don't explain it that way. But I mean, who else do it?
Who else did it? But they're very talented, but they do.
Well, I don't know who you talking about.
Kanye was.
Okay, but you know it's yes, I would give you that. But my whole thing is about I think it happened to Kyrie too. So I mean maybe it's related. I always just gave Kanye that pass just because I don't know how it would feel for me if I lost my mother, especially if it's something where she died in plastic surgery, or it was a plastic surgery accident, right? That he most likely paid for.
Yeah.
So that had to really mess with his head. Now, I don't know Kyrie's situation, but I know you hear more about his dad. So I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. And I don't want to speak on that. But it's just you know what I'm saying. Like with that, I just never really like. You know what? Like I just always like Kanye be Kanye because it's like I just don't know how I'll react to that.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying like when you said that, it reminded me of Kanye.
Yeah, I got you.
Everybody treated Kanye.
I got you.
Because I mean, he do nice shit. He say some smart things.
Yeah.
But it comes off as stupid.
Yeah. It's just like how he's explaining it. It's like, bro, like what?
What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah. That's a good. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, for people that don't know who Kyrie is.
Yeah. But no, that was a good point. That's a really good point.